Yeah, Tarzan's in there.
Hello everybody and welcome aboard the Aquabelle. My name is Val. I'm going to be your first mate on today's cruise, and at the helm we are joined by Captain Chuck. He's going to be driving us on today's cruise. I just have a few quick safety things to go over. The first of them being, I just ask if everybody can just please stay sitting. Another thing is, if you guys have any personal items that you'd like to bring back to the dock, make sure they stay inside the rails. And last but certainly not least, our life jackets are located in the two big white bins in the front of the boat, as well as the big white bin right where I am to the left of the helm. And our children's life vests are these two big black bags at the top of the helm. In the unlikely event that we even need them, all you do is simply slip it over your head, bring the belt around your back, clip it, and tighten it in the front. Then we will walk safely to shore, because if this boat did sink, our feet wouldn't even get wet. Now with all of that being said, let's take our cruise, why don't we? Now this here is the Wachee River, and it is fed entirely by Wachee Springs. That spring is located directly beneath where the mermaids are performing. Now it is a first magnitude spring, meaning it puts out anywhere between 117 to 150 million gallons of water a day, feeding this beautiful river. To put that into perspective, that is enough water to give every single resident here in Florida 7 glasses of water a day. Now all of the water coming out of that head spring is tested regularly here at our dock at 99.8% pure fresh water, with that other 0.2% being just trace minerals, meaning that you could drink this water if you wanted to, although I wouldn't recommend it after a busy day here in Buccaneer Bay.
Yeah.
All of the water coming out of that head spring is also a lovely 72 degrees all year round. And it does appear that we have a turtle coming up here on our right. He's hanging out on that log sticking out of the water. If you guys wave at him, he might wave back. Looks like he has some garnish on him there. Oh, and there's another turtle towards the right of him on that other log sticking out of the water, a little further back in the bushes.
Oh yeah, see.
Now you guys might be seeing all the big gray fish swimming around. You probably saw them at the dock, and you probably see them swimming around the boat here as well. All of these big gray fish are mullet, and mullet are a saltwater fish. But most saltwater fish have a really cool ability called euryhaline. All that means is that they're able to tolerate a wide range of salinity, such as saltwater out in the ocean, brackish water, or freshwater right here at Wachee. But we do have a beautiful juvenile ibis as well as a limpkin over here. They're just hanging out there together. The ibis is the one with the white on it, and the limpkin is the brown one right behind him. Now firstly, I'll talk about that ibis. You can tell it's juvenile because of that brown on him. Once he hits full maturity, he will be completely white, thus the name white ibis. But believe it or not, those guys used to be known as the Florida chicken, because we used to eat them about 100 years ago. Now, though, they are protected. In fact, they're the mascot for the Miami Hurricanes, because they are the last bird to leave before a storm and the first to return. So if you see an ibis flying away, you probably should too. But that limpkin, that other bird that was right there behind him, they are very essential to us here at Wachee. because their diet consists mainly of apple snails. More consistently, the pond apple snail, which is very invasive here at Wachee. So as you watch him eat his breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're watching nature try to balance itself out.
This is an island in the middle.
It's a little smaller than Gilligan's Island.
Now you guys might be seeing another fish swimming around in here with the mullet. One of those fish might be the black and white vertically striped guys. Those are sheep's head. And if you were to catch one and look inside of their mouth, you would see a full set of human-looking teeth looking right back at you, making them one of the only snacks to smile back. But we also have needlefish, largemouth bass, yellowfin jack, bluegill.
Look at that.
We even have a big old snook that lives under our dock that I like to call dinner.
Yeah.
So we definitely have our share of saltwater fish all the way up here.
Wow. All kinds of fish.
Now, although mullet do get lighter in freshwater, snook tend to get darker, which is really interesting because they have a century line across the middle of their body, and as they are up in freshwater, that line will start to disappear. Yeah, they were hanging out over here. Now, if you guys look straight ahead of us, you will see where Wachee River continues for 12 very zigging and zagging miles, making us the longest river on the nature coast. But although this river is 12 miles long, it's very zigging and zagging upon itself. So, it's more like 6 miles as the crow flies. But if you were to paddle it, I promise you will feel every one of those 12 miles. Don't ask me how I know. But here in a second, we are going to begin to make our turn. We will not be continuing downriver. This is because if we were to continue downriver, we most definitely would run aground, and I really don't want you guys to have to walk back to the dock today. This river is very shallow. It's only about 3 to 4 feet the whole way down. In fact, we like to say they pretty much walk the whole river, which I can attest to is very true.
Oh, that's Monkey Island.
Yeah, I wonder if there's none. I wonder if there's none.
She's like, or he's like, I've seen this boat before. Right, Mom said.
Yep.
They call it Monkey Island, but there's no monkeys in there, is there?
I don't know.
Oh, it's so funny.
You know I'm gonna
Island in the middle.
You know I'm gonna ask her.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Hear that? They're raising up the motor.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, because it's slow. They're raising up.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't know what it was.
I think that's what it is because it's so low in
You know
here.
what I thought? Oh, we're getting stuck.
No. Well, at least we have life jackets. Look how beautiful that tree looks coming out of the water like that.
I was look at how those trees grow.
Yeah.
Stumps. That's
Reminds me of Hell and Grand Cayman.
yeah.
Remember? Remember?
Now coming up over here in this pine tree on our left, we do have an osprey up there. It's that bird with the white chest and brown wings. It's further up towards the front on the left in the tall tree. Now, ospreys are really cool birds. They can hit the water to catch a fish as fast as 80 miles per hour.
Jeez, Peters.
Up in this pine tree over here on our left.
What's those vultures?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Coming up here on our right, it does appear that we have a couple of black vultures up in the tree. Look alive.
Look alive.
Yeah. I see those at every dumpster. Or some dumpsters.
I'm just kidding. Vultures are some of the most social birds out there. When they have a baby, it couldn't even be. Let me restart that. When they have a baby, it doesn't even have to be mommy and daddy vulture raising it. It could be any one of the vultures in their kettle. They take the saying, it takes a village to raise a child, to a whole new level. But here comes that beautiful ibis and limpkin once again.
He's showing off. Oh, there's two of them.
Yeah. They're two different birds though.
Now coming up ahead of us where that jet ski is going to be the furthest kayak launch upriver. If you guys were wanting to kayak the Wachee River, you can do so by heading over to weekie.com. There you're just going to scroll until you see Wachee Freshwater Adventure. Go ahead and book your kayak, canoe, paddleboard, whatever vessel you choose. Then come on back to our park, drive to the very back of our parking lot. You'll hop into your vessel, go about 3 miles downriver, we'll pick you and your kayak up and bring you right back here to your car. But coming up here on our left, it does appear that that turtle did stick around to say hi to us once again.
See him there?
Oh, yeah.
He's still there.
Oh, look. There's a ramp.
See, she's raising it or lowering it. Hear that sound? So I guess it is pretty shallow here. I mean, you can see the bottom. It's right there.
we do have an anhinga over here on our left. It was that bird you guys saw swimming around. She's gonna stick her head up here in a minute. As you can see, anhingas are water birds. They can dive up to 60 feet looking for fish to spear with that super sharp beak. Once they find a fish, they'll spear it right to the side, come back up to the surface, shake it off, and swallow it down. Now we did just enter into the Turtle Motel, so make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled. They're going to be hanging out in the water on any algae mats they might be able to float on, and on any sticks they can crawl up onto. Looks like there's a turtle towards the front left of the boat. If there's any of you that would like to stand up and come over to the left-hand rail to take a look, you're welcome to do so at this time. If you just follow that stick sticking out of the water down towards the water, you'll see him hanging out there.
It's red. It's bright red underneath.
Now, as you make your way back up to the dock, I just ask if everybody can just please remain sitting until we are safely tied up. And if you're on the right side of the boat, just make sure you keep your arms inside the rails. Our dock does leave splinters, and we don't like to give out free souvenirs. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this cruise as much as I did. We love this river, and we love sharing it with you. So I hope you come back to visit us here at Wachee.
Mermaid anchor. That's so
Can I
cute.
jump on the boat?
No, not quite yet. About 10, 15 minutes, right?